Hi guys, this is just an insert that I'm going to pop into my Project Life album. My sister had come to visit and I had way too many photos to fit in a weekly spread, so I decided to pop them all onto one insert and have them all in one place. So I'm just starting with my photos on these little 3x3 grid page protector, and I've added in some journaling cards and some papers, and now I'm just going to trim everything to fit. So I've got this big piece of yellow at the top there, and I'm going to fill 4 squares, and so that's going to end up being like my title card. So now I've got everything in place, I'm just going to sort of start adding some pieces from the ephemera pack. Just anything in this, well, quite varied colour scheme, but anything sort of girly and fun and just in those colours. So I do end up changing a few of these later on, but I'm going with this for now. So the first thing I'm going to do is just glue down this frame. It fit perfectly on one of the photos, and I'm just going to add a couple of tiny staples just to embellish that one really simply. Now this girl was part of another piece that I had cut the top off, but it worked well for our girly weekend, so I'm going to stick that down and I'll add to that later on. And I didn't really think that the title on this card worked well, so I've just covered it up with one of these roses. So here we go, I'm just going to add girls, so I'm going to add an S onto the end of that. Just drew it out with a gel pen. And this one here I'm going to stick down. I found one of the pieces I had trimmed off the journaling card said lovely, and I thought that was perfect, so I'm going to trim that into a wee banner shape. But then I decided actually I probably should have had the love you at the top, so I'm going to carefully peel that off, move that up a bit further, and then add the lovely down the bottom. I like how it just draws a bit more yellow in from the top. There wasn't really much yellow anywhere else, so it helps that yellow make sense. And that's when I discovered the back of one of the journaling cards was the other side of that yellow, and I figure I'll use the yellow instead. I really wanted to add some more pink to bring that up to that top corner. None of it really made sense, and then I found this, Totes Adorbs, which it is, so I'm just going to stick that on. It does cover up quite a lot of the yellow, but it does bring the pink up to the top as well. And all I'm going to do now is just add one more sentiment stamp to this girl's card down the bottom, and then I can start working on my title card. So I just found this one tag, but it wasn't going to fit on one, so I had to spread it across 2. So all I've done is just cut that in half, and I'm going to glue one half to the bottom of one square and one half to the top of another. I'm definitely going to add this tassel and a flamingo clip, but first I want to add a bit of thread to this tag, which I should have done before I glued it down, but I didn't because I love making things hard for myself. Just tie a knot in the end of that, and that will sit there nicely. Just arranging where everything's going to go before I glue down this tag. I'm not sure how you were supposed to attach them, but it actually worked fine. So I've just got a bit of adhesive on the back of the tassel bit, and then I'm just going to put a tiny staple around the ring at the top. And I was just seeing whether I could fit in one of these cork pieces, but none of it really fit properly. And I'm definitely going to add some of these dots because they're too cute. And I will add some through the rest of the spread too, but first I want to put my title down. And I'm just going to use these old thickers that I had in my stash. Just working out where I'm going to put it and whether it would fit in. And in the end I got really lucky, except I had to cut just a tiny bit off the T so I could squeeze all the letters onto that one little card. So that's my title card done. And now all I have to do is just add a few more of these little puffy dots around the rest of the spread. And that's my super simple insert done. I just love having all these memories in one place. It's a really good reminder of the fun time we had. I've got a couple more process videos up on the screen right now for my traveler's notebooks. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to see more. See you next time.